Hello, everybody. This is Dr. J. Arjun and Kamal, streaming live from Long Island, New York, and Oakland, California, coast to coast and across the globe, talking stocks after the close. So, what's here to talk about? BCRX had a really good day. CRISPR had a
Yes.
decent day. CTIC had a really good day, another continuation of its rally. So, these winners offset some of my losers today. So for me personally, it wasn't as bad as some other days.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking hard to green today, but if you can find one, good job. uh,
We're going to chart those three. We're going to chart the spiders. We're going to chart XLE and XLF. That
Sounds
sounds
good. And if we have time, it would be fun to look at Bath and Beyond because it went up 34%
It
today.
was up 75% at one point.
Yeah, I think it's just a meme. Welcome to the meme game, Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah.
I
Ragamarco,
want to tell you something very interesting happened yesterday.
what's that?
I went to fill up my truck with gas.
Oh my goodness.
I
I hope
have
you have a lot of cash.
I have a Chevy Tahoe.
Oh, wow.
$100 and 1 penny.
Wow.
100 and a penny to fill it up.
And that's a 20 gallon?
It's like
25?
22 gallons.
Yeah, that's a lot. Jeez.
The gas station by me is $4.50 a gallon.
Yeah, I filled it up at 4:39 yesterday night,
You got a bargain.
and it was $100 and a penny.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm just gonna.
wow.
I'm like, should I sell my car and just start walking everywhere?
I went shopping in one of the upscale malls on the weekend with my wife, and the Tesla dealer there was doing very good business.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I have another car, but my truck was empty. The light came on, so I went to fill it up. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I've
I've
been
never
putting
had this
off.
happen to me before.
I haven't filled
How
up
much
gas in a
in one
couple
fill up?
weeks.
$100.
Let's get to some charts.
Yeah. But no, that's good. That's good relevant talk because I think everyone's feeling that these days. But yeah, charting.
Let's start with the SPY or SPX, whatever. Well, I guess
Yeah.
we'll go SPY. I mean, first of all, the spiders were down 3% today. What a hit. What a hit.
Huge.
That's very significant.
Yeah, to 42.
In one day, that's a lot.
Very significant. The Dow
Yeah.
is down 2.37% or 800 points. The NASDAQ down 3.62% or close to 500 points. The Russell down 2.48% or down 50 points. And crude oil up $3.63% to 120. So crude continues to zoom up. At some point, the right trade will be to exit the energy sector and buy the financials, which are getting clobbered. Well, we're going to take a look at that now. Well, first let's look at the spiders.
Yeah. And on that note, I definitely do want to look at some oil shorts at some point, but not yet. It's not time yet.
No, not to short them, just to take your profits.
Yeah, but I do want to short them at some point. Here, I mean, I think like what I'm basically seeing now is what I expected, but it just happened more quickly. Like I see a line in the sand at 420 that mattered a lot. And
yeah, it's the trading range as far as I'm concerned. I just threw it in.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go on a longer time frame, sure. I think I'm seeing a neckline on a head and shoulders pattern right around 420. And I think that level is so crucial for bulls. If you lose 420 and then that becomes resistance, then I think you're going to go test that weekly average that's below there at like 391.
Yeah, well, if we draw that neckline in.
And I just think at this point, that's what's more likely than going back to test the 200 day at 444. Buyers aren't stepping in at key levels, and that matters.
That's not the neckline lower, right?
It's around 420. I mean,
Maybe that.
yeah. I guess I mean I just drew a horizontal line at 420 and I got a lot of touches.
Well, it's really more of a slanted line, the neckline, I think. The left shoulder is higher than the right shoulder.
Well, today, but the thing is, I think today it basically broke the neckline. Like I think 420 was the neckline.
I don't know where I'm drawing this.
Well, because head and shoulder patterns require a horizontal line.
No, it doesn't.
When I do them,
it doesn't require horizontal neckline.
Otherwise, I don't trust them as much.
It's actually better. It's better when the right shoulder is lower than the left shoulder. It's more meaningful.
Sure, but basically, I guess what I'm saying is 420 matters a lot.
Yeah. I don't see this as being a classic. To me, it doesn't even look like a head and shoulders.
If you put a horizontal line at 420, I think you'll see it a little better. But
all right, I'll do that.
Regardless, though, yeah, I think at this point I have some shorts that I'm gonna let ride. I've took some profits today, and I expect us to go test that 391 now before we recover.
Okay, so I get the point. So this would be your shoulder up here.
Yeah, I think you have that left shoulder there.
460, the shoulder.
Yeah, that's the top of the shoulder, and then 480-ish is the top of the head, and then 458 was the top of the other. It's not perfect, but it's.
Oh, it's not perfect, but
it's general.
I never had faith in head and shoulders patterns anyway. I don't like them.
Really?
And the people think they're more meaningful over a longer time frame. Maybe.
That's fair.
Over a short time frame, I don't think they're very meaningful.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's many other reasons why I'm bearish, but that's just another thing that I saw. But yeah, I think
to me, the trading range is right where I drew it until proven otherwise. 410 to 459. Right where I drew it.
Yeah. I mean, so if you see a lower low, is that when you'll start to?
If it breaks this, we're still basically in the trading range. If it doesn't break this low.
Okay, so basically you're hopeful until you see 400 get taken out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
It may very well fill this gap. We talked about that a while ago.
Yeah.
At 400.61.
Yep. I think that's where we're going.
It's quite possible 400.61 would be a gap fill.
Yeah.
I'm thinking actually about.
Dr. J, could you make this a 1 year chart because it's hard to see the numbers?
It's a weekly that I got.
I understand, but if you could zoom in a little bit. I mean, zoom out.
It's been extremely bullish. I mean, if you go back a year or two, extremely bullish.
So right now, I haven't sold anything. I'm just, taking the pain, taking the punches.
The March 2020 lows look like a little blip. That's all. This is basically straight up outside that 3-month sell-off.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. Like when I hear people say like, "Oh, all these things are priced in," they're priced in. I'm like, the thing I care about more is I think the steep incline that we saw was never the fair value to begin with. And when we got to 480, we were just, in my opinion, way over where we needed to be. So like I see a pullback here as just getting back to a reasonable trend. Like,
yeah, I mean, this is not a bear market. This is still just a correction on the S&P.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely not bear yet. But
you need 398 before it's 20%.
Yeah. And then at that point, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, look, we're lowering the goalposts is what it sounded like. At first it was 420. Now it's 410, 400. I think we're going to go.
I almost went long at 420, but I decided to wait for 410.
Yeah.
I'm going to go long. I'm going to take a shot and go long at 410.
Yeah. And the VIX is looking so strong. The close on the VIX was pretty crazy.
All right. Okay. All right. You win. We're short the market.
Hey, I mean, look, I've been saying the same thing for a month. But let's look at some bullish charts.
All right. Let's look at CRISPR.
I can only tell the people my opinion. That's all I can do.
A little bit of an up day. 3.78% on a day that everything else got killed. So that's what makes it a little interesting, just a little. Let's look at the daily on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still a tough picture. I guess it's maybe trying to bottom. Hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like the fact that it tested the 9-day and retreated, but it still had a nice day, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And you still gotta love this candle from the 24th of February.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you could nibble. You could nibble.
I think so. I mean, it's a very tight trading range. That's at this for CRISPR anyway. It's a tight trading range now. I think the trading range, you got to take this top out. And so the trading range is between 50.50 and 62.50. So you got a 12-point trading range. That's nothing for CRISPR. CRISPR could sit in between, be twixt in between for a while now as it consolidates.
Yeah. I definitely like the idea of picking bios to go in on rather than the index. I don't like the index at all.
XBI?
I hate it. I'm not buying XBI personally. I'd rather just find winners individually.
XBI tried to rally and couldn't.
Yeah. The bio picture is very.
There
very
were a few winners today. Mankind was a winner. CTIC was a winner.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, CTIC is the one. That one's amazing.
It actually hit a high of let's see.
Yeah.
455 today.
Very nice.
Yeah, backdoor.
Did you sell any, Dr. J?
No, I didn't. I bought more this morning.
Oh,
Nice. I mean, the continuation here is just so impressive. You usually see a pullback.
I did not catch it at the low of 379. I paid $4 this morning.
Because this is 5 days in a row. It's refusing to give back gains.
Yeah, it looks really, 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 really good.
Yeah. You would have expected by now a pullback if there was going to be one. I mean, it's really impressive.
Cabinet guy is here from the Green Mountain State. Royce Cabrera, VUM today. And VUM, I don't know what that one is. BCRX is a winner too today. Yeah, let's take a look at BCRX.
So there is a investor conference on Wednesday, this Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
So maybe
For BCRX?
Yeah. So maybe somebody knows something.
Wow, what a move. Wow.
Yeah.
This is the nicest candles we've had since 2.7.
Right, and that's defying gravity, the market's gravity, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is, yeah, it was up to 8% on a really terrible day. Gotta love it.
It's strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was thinking of adding more BCRX, but I didn't.
I like the higher lows. It keeps trying to just kind of stair step up during a really bloody market. It's impressive.
I don't know if there's interest in M&A on this one. I'm not sure what it is. But I'd be interested to hear what the news is at the investors conference.
Yeah. I mean, I've I'm not worried about this one long at all. I think, it may try to fool people in the short term, but I think if you have a multi-year time frame, you're going to get rewarded one way or another, whether it be factor D, whether it be M&A, something. They're going to do something really right going forward, is my guess.
Another winner on the day, but not a huge winner, but a winner, up 4.33%, but down after hours. I don't know why. But this was a very nice candle today.
Yeah, basically kind of an engulfing.
It almost engulfs. Let's see, the high yesterday was 319. The high today, 319. It does engulf.
Very nice.
It is technically an engulfing candle, which comes very close to the bottom. It's not quite at the bottom, but close. And we had a nice candle back here on 3-1, and I think this gap is waiting to be filled here at 366.
Yeah,
it's just waiting. I mean, it's going to get filled.
This is a nice level to add at the after hours price because you're getting kind of at that pullback range, $3.
Why it's pulling back, but it sure looks like it wants to close this gap.
Yeah, this is very swingable. Looks good.
It's a nice little profit if it swings that gap, if it closes that gap.
Yeah, you might get 60 cents up and then maybe stop at 20 cents down or something.
Yeah.
Nice. Good chart. Well, good.
Let's take a look at Keith's Rada. Not Keith, Heath.
Wow.
Rada had a spike and it gave it all back, or a lot of it back.
But it left the gap open.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nice.
So if it closes a gap 1336, you have a feeling it's going to close that gap, don't you?
Yeah, because of the close.
Yeah. 1336 probably is a gap close.
Yeah, and then maybe you get lucky and you can add at $13.
Or you could maybe even nibble at 1330.
Yeah. And then you could do a splash buy at 13 if you see strong support there. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Thing. I mean, it certainly has another big gap here.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you get down there, you just want to be careful. But
you'd be out of it by then.
Probably, yeah. Even near there, I'd be.
Yeah, if it breaks 29, you say sayonara.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm guessing there's something on the way up that it needs to stop at, but I don't see it here.
XLE and XLF.
Yeah, those are very important during these crazy markets.
XLE looks like more accumulation today on heavy volume. My goodness.
Yeah, interesting candle.
They're buying it.
Closed slightly green. Yeah.
This to me is a heavy accumulation day.
Looks like it. Yeah, the volume. You're right about the volume. Yeah, nothing much to say. Just bullish.
$80 target. It looks easy, right? $80.
Yeah, I think we said that last time. We wanted 80.
Yeah.
I think we even wanted more, but I think 80 sounded about right for at least take some off the table.
It's like a very good target on this one.
Because what was the top today? Top was probably 80, right? Or near it.
Oh.
78, 77, 56.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but $80 looks like the target. And XLF has been sick. It's been losing like 6% a day. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you've been talking about the rotation trade, XLE to XLF at some point.
Yeah, I do like it at some point. Look, it had a nice recovery candle and it held support.
No, but today you got to look at today's candle.
Oh, right. I don't see today's. I'm sorry. That was yesterday.
Today is ugly. Ugly.
Ugly. Yucky poo.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where the bottom is here, but it's got to be soon, right? I mean, let's
You would
see.
think. Quality companies, Bank of America, JP Morgan, I mean, they're all in here.
It did make a new low. That's not great. Yeah, that's lower than, yeah. So maybe 35. 35, I think you get a lot of touches, maybe like 34.75.
It barely closed below the previous low at 36.03, but this is a meaningful pivot right here.
Yeah. That's where I would be. If I wanted to go long, I would need to see some good buys there.
$35.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
a
go,
super, super
I think
crucial level.
you should go long at 35. This is playable at 35. And what have you got to lose? If you're wrong, you sell it at 34.
Yep. I think that's reasonable. So maybe if we're lucky, you get an XLE to 80 when XLF is 35.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have a transition play.
Swap them out. Cabinet guy wants MULN shot, sure.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
All right. MULN.
Whoa.
Interesting shot.
Huge volume the other day. Wow. Jeez.
What's going on with this company?
Yeah, it had really big volume on a day where it spiked only to sell off. It had to be some kind of big news.
Yep.
Yeah, to me, that looks like potentially big accumulation. You might see a big pump and dump at some point, or maybe just pump.
I don't know the company. So, it's an automotive company. So I don't know what they do exactly. But they're basically pump and dump possibilities because it's $1 stock.
Yeah, you know how I would personally play this. You see the top of the red candle, that the accumulation day on the big volume, like yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my target. $2, 190. I'm out fully if I see that.
Well, you almost double.
Yeah. But I think you can get there because I've played ones like this. USEG was one I played like this. There's a few others.
We should have all jumped at it when Sherry Kennedy asked us to chart it the other day.
Yeah. But these plays are.
I wouldn't touch this type of stock. I just find it too risky.
It certainly is, but if you insist on playing it, then what I would do is I would say buy and don't really hold a huge amount past 193, because I've seen these have giant volume past like short targets and then dump even lower. So you have to play these as soon as you see the volume.
What if you lose? If it takes out the low, you're out.
Yeah,
it's very playable.
Yeah, it is risky, but these are fun. I mean, in small amounts.
What's the low here? 52 cents. That's significant low.
Yeah, you lose half your money if you're wrong. So these are not. Kamal is right. But,
you double if you're right, and you lose half if you're wrong.
Yeah, and I would say the odds are in your favor for you to be right here, just based on the accumulation that I think happened Friday.
Okay, cabinet guy, are you going to be gambling on this one? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I'm happy he showed us this. I'll play this one small. Yeah, it looks fun.
USEG, look at it. It's flying. Flying.
Yeah, I guess this is just going up with the oil plays. I mean,
yeah, I mean, who knows where it stops at this point.
Yeah, this one I was wrong on. I said sell it all Friday.
You're allowed to be wrong sometimes.
Yeah, I told Spike sell it all Friday. I think he sold it all Friday, and he
790 looks probable at this point.
Yeah, it hasn't had continuation candles like this in a while. This could run. You know?
Yeah, 790 looks probable, and if it takes out 790, you could pick a number.
Yeah, the number I would pick if you go to the left, you see that crazy candle, the huge top, somewhere.
960.
No, even more. If you go a little bit to the right, the one with that huge line on the top.
Oh my goodness, it's not going up there.
It could. I mean, I'm just saying when these things run and there's no lines.
To it, no logic.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. 960 makes sense. And then if it breaks that, you might get lucky and double from there.
Yeah, this one I think is riskier than MULN.
Yeah. Because today was your day, I think. I mean,
Yeah. This one is actually riskier than the other one.
agreed. Yeah. I like looking at these. They're fun. I mean, even if they're risky.
All right, so we covered a lot of ground. VCRX looks good. CRISPR looks like maybe in play. CTIC, buy to pullbacks. What else? We covered a lot of ground. XLE for XLF is swapped down the road if you're in both. Or if you're in the XLE. I'm in both.
Yeah, see, and tell your friends to watch this show because on a deep red day, we found plenty of bullish or neutral setups. So how about that?
Yeah, I mean, the show is not getting the audience it should get. We're certainly better than Kramer, right? Booyah! Booyah!
So I want to add something. I haven't heard anything in the news about COVID. And the school district where I am, they said, masks are optional. And I went out shopping to multiple places. I hardly see anybody with masks anymore.
Yeah, but you could get another variant. Hopefully not.
You know how you know that COVID is less of a subject? Even so, I live in California and people aren't wearing masks. And the Bay Area is one of the most risk-averse places in the country with regards to COVID. So that's a pretty big tell.
We'll end the show with thoughts on TGTX. We'll hold that thought for tomorrow. We'll answer the question tomorrow. Maybe
Perfect.
Big Techs will come on with us. We need Big Techs.
I will be here tomorrow, Wednesday, and then I'm going to go to Mexico for a few days. Maybe I'll join from there.
PDUFA play, MRNS. PDUFA March 20th. Thank you, Matthew.
Interesting.
That one. So MRNS tomorrow, TGTX tomorrow. Adios, amigos. Till tomorrow.
Thanks. Good luck.